Finally, after almost a full year of waiting, I've received my AtariAge order from the Last Chance sale in the summer of 2023. Let's take a look at what I've picked up. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I've got a pickup video for you today. I made a very large purchase in the AtariAge Last Chance sale in the summer of 2023, and I checked my invoice, and I actually placed my order on June 23rd, and this stuff arrived on June 11th, 2024. So almost a full year of waiting. Obviously, in that Last Chance sale, within the span of a month, I'm sure Albert had about 2 or 3 years worth of orders. And let's be completely honest, AtariAge was not always known for being fast to ship in the first place. So I knew it was going to come eventually. I never sent an email. I just waited patiently, and finally I have been rewarded. And I placed about $1,000 order here. And I, after import duties and shipping and all that, comes out to almost $1,500. So let's see what $1,500 worth of homebrews is. And we'll start with the 2600 stuff that I picked up, because that's actually the bulk of what I got. So I've got a few loose carts here. I picked up Spectar. Honestly, it's been so long since I picked these up that I kind of forgot what I picked up. So I'm looking forward to play this. This is an angled cart. This might be a ColecoVision game. I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say on it. I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's got that angled ColecoVision cart there. So maybe I picked up a ColecoVision game. I'm not sure. From the trackball series, I only picked up one of them, and it was Missile Control. Missile Command is a game that I love, and a proper trackball version of it sounds pretty awesome to me, so I'll be trying that out. And then, as a big fan of the franchise, I picked up Wolfenstein VCS. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to play that. I know it is not anything like the id Software 3D shooter. This is based on the earlier game that was a top-down kind of sneak around a German castle in World War II and try to escape. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to playing that. The one and only 5200 game that I picked up is Kid Grid. Looked pretty neat when I saw it on the site, so I figured I'd give it a try. Moving on to my complete in box games that I picked up. I actually picked up 3 games, 3 of the Champ Games games. And if I had known that Champ Games was going to self-publish, I probably wouldn't have picked those up in the Last Chance sale and bought them from Champ Games instead. All of these games, plus more, are available on the Champ Games site right now. But the ones that I got from AtariAge were Kicks. I loved Kicks on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Looking forward to play this version. Looks like a great version. I've seen Retro Bliss play it a few times. Zookeeper. Zookeeper looks like one of those games that's really good, but I probably won't be very good at it. So, it'll be interesting to see how much I actually enjoy that game. And then, of course, I had to pick up Robot War 2684. A port of Robotron. It's a twin-stick shooter, and just I am a big Robotron fan. Again, not a game that I'm particularly good at, but I'm looking forward to play this. These ones will definitely get reviews on my channel because they're still available. Some of these other ones probably will get reviews on my channel, but I generally try to focus on games that are A, available, and B, like you can get in some form. Like some of these might be ROMs that you can pick up. I know, for instance, one of these ones is at least. But I'll do my research. I do make reviews on games that aren't available anymore, but I try to focus on ones that are. So if there's anything that you see in this video that you really want to see a review of, just let me know in the comments, and I'll consider it. But these, in general, aren't going to be high priority on my review list. I picked up Pleiades for the 2600. I guess it looked pretty good when I was looking through the store. I don't know much about this one, but looking forward to try it. Seawolf. I'm a big history guy. I'm a sucker for submarine warfare and games like that, so that should be fun to play. I hope. Pac-Man 4K. Alright, despite the fact that I don't think that Pac-Man for the 2600 is that bad, I think it gets much bigger bum rap than it deserves. Retro Bliss sold me on this on some of his gameplay streams, so I figured I'd pick it up and give it a try. I already know it looks great. I'm not good at Pac-Man, but sometimes you pick up games that you like but aren't very good at. This one I already had, but I didn't have complete in box. So now I have 2 copies of it, which means maybe my other copy, but my other copy is from like the original run. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll become a prize in a future celebration stream, but it's Halo 2600. I really like this game just by virtue of the fact that, you know, you can tease your friends and say, hey, you want to play some Halo? And they're like, sure, and you pull your Atari out. And they're like, what the heck is this? I picked up Gunfight. I like the look of this one. I really like Outlaw on the 2600. It's not the most robust game, but this one has some different modes. Be a good 2-player game to play with my kids on those rare days that they decide, yeah, I'm going to play some Atari with Dad. So that should be fun. This is another one that I had, but I didn't have complete in box, and I do not mind having 2 of them because it is easily one of my favorite Atari 2600 homebrews. I love this game so much. That's Juno first. Let's be completely honest. It's worth it for the title screen alone. That music is awesome, and it just keeps going and going and going. I was first sold on this game by the Classic Game Room review way back in the day, and I'm glad to finally have it complete in box. What do we have next? We have Starfire. Now, what I really liked about Starfire, like it doesn't look like the most awesome game in the world. It's probably a pretty standard first-person starship shooter, but it's all Star Wars graphics in it, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so figured I'd give that one a try. This one, again, for the novelty. I didn't have it before, but Zippy, for those who want to play Sonic the Hedgehog on their Atari 2600. Gonna give that a go. This is one that is still in the AtariAge store, so I probably will do a review on it at some point. I am a massive Warlords fan. I think it is hands down the best paddle game for the Atari 2600. I played it a lot as a kid, mostly against a computer, but sometimes against my dad and sometimes against my brothers. But Medieval Mayhem takes Warlords on the 2600 and just makes it so much better. The graphics are amazing, the dragons in there. I'm really looking forward to getting out the paddles and playing this one. Hopefully get all 3 of my kids involved and we can play 4-player. And then, last but not least, for the 2600, I picked up Draconian. I really like Bosconian, and this looks like a fantastic version of that for the 2600, so I am definitely looking forward to playing that. Moving on to the rest of my complete in-box purchases, I got my first 7800 homebrews. I have literally hundreds of homebrews for various different systems. And for whatever reason, despite the fact that I do like the 7800, I didn't have any 7800 homebrews. So I actually picked up 5. And the first one is Froggy. I really like Frogger, and this looks like a solid version of Frogger. It comes complete with the XM module support to take advantage of pokey sound for the game's music. So, looking forward to playing that one. From Muddy Vision, I picked up Keystone Coppers. So this is obviously a 7800 version of the Activision Classic. Muddy Vision, for those of you who are not aware, Lewis was on our podcast, and we talked about all his games and the potential of stuff maybe coming out. Yeah, so take a look at that. Check out the Retro Bliss podcast playlist if you want to see more about this gentleman right here. All right, then we have Armor Attack 2 for the 7800 by Bob DeCrescenzo. And this is another gentleman that we talked to on our podcast, so absolutely check that out. I'm looking forward to this game. It looks really good, especially with 2 players. Of course, again, probably due to Retro Bliss's influence, I picked up the Pac-Man 40th Anniversary Edition Collection for the 7800. So this has a lot of different Pac-Man games on it. They look like solid ports. Looking forward to playing some of that. Again, probably not very well. I'm not a big Pac-Man player. I'm not very good at it. But yeah, that should be a fun one. And then, last but not least, if you are a fan of Mr. Postile, Mr. Postile is a channel here on YouTube. He's a good friend of mine, and probably my favorite content of his was the Popeye series that he did of all the different versions of Popeye for all the different systems. And hands down, the best version that he reviewed is the 7800 version by Darrow Ginter of Popeye. This is another gentleman that we've talked to on the Retro Bliss podcast. That was a really good one. Check that out. I, again, am not fantastic at Popeye, but I do really like Popeye, and this looks like an absolutely awesome version, and I cannot wait to play it. And there you go. That's what I waited a year for. If you saw any games there that you're like, oh my god, please do a review of that, I want to see it, just let me know in the comments. Obviously, I'm happy to oblige. I want to cover a lot more 2600. I want to cover some 7800. Moving on to the 5200 as well. And I'll kind of fit those into the schedule. And I'll probably make them part of the monthly polls as well, that are for members only. So members only kind of get to pick one game that I'm going to review every month. Every member, like no matter what tier, they get to vote. I can tell you right now that barring new members going in there and voting for something different, we are definitely going to get a Tron Anthology review in July. All 4 of my current members have voted, and 3 of them voted for that. So that is most likely coming unless I magically get some more members. But if you want to be part of that voting process, that's open to you if you want to join the channel. So that's all I got to show. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing my pickups. I'm looking forward to review some of these, and we will see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.